Welcome back to the special edition as we continue Kamala Harris in her own words. Today, we're going to break down Harris's CNN town hall that she recently did with Anderson Cooper.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Vice President Kamala Harris.
Interestingly enough, she took 2 days off to study and prepare, and it was still an epic disaster. And the whole event was less than an hour. Contrast that with Donald Trump, who just sat down with Joe Rogan for almost 3 hours. In his interview, he was articulate, informative, and entertaining. No prep, all impromptu, and it was almost 3 hours. Okay, so before we get into the meat and potatoes in the town hall, Harris inserted these bizarre and crazy facts about parenting and her experience with parenting.
In true Kamala style, she served up a confused word salad about parenting, despite never having children.
Is there something you can point to in your life, political life, or in your life in the last 4 years that you think is a mistake that you have learned from?
I mean, I've made many mistakes. And they range from, if you've ever parented a child, you make lots of mistakes too. In my role as vice president, I've probably worked very hard at making sure that I am well versed on issues, and I think that is very important. It's a mistake not to be well versed on an issue and feel compelled to answer a question.
She has never been a parent to young children. When she married Doug Emhoff, his kids, not hers, his kids were already 15 and 20 years old, respectively. Hat tip to Matt Walsh for doing the really easy fact checking on this one. She's trying so hard to be relatable that she's just making shit up. What in the holy heck is that? This must have been part of a focus group or her prep, because she mentions this parenting nonsense multiple times. Oh my goodness. Here's her answer regarding how things are going right now, considering she's been the one in office for the last 3.5 years.
And again, Kamala Harris gave a confused word salad answer when asked why she hadn't made any changes despite being in the White House for 4 years.
Some voters, though, might ask, you've been in the White House for 4 years, you were vice president, not the president, but why wasn't any of that done for the last 4 years?
Well, there was a lot that was done, but there's more to do, Anderson. And I'm pointing out things that need to be done, that haven't been done, but need to be done.
Yeah. Here's Kamala Harris in her own words regarding the border wall.
And on the issue of the border, Harris was fact-checked by Anderson Cooper after she attempted to blame Donald Trump for the border crisis again.
Under Donald Trump, you criticized the wall more than 50 times. You called it stupid, useless, and a medieval vanity project. Is a border wall stupid?
Well, let's talk about Donald Trump and that border wall. So remember, Donald Trump said Mexico would pay for it? Come on, they didn't. How much of that wall did he build? I think the last number I saw was about 2%. And then when it came time for him to do a photo op, you know where he did it? In the part of the wall that President Obama built.
But you're agreeing to a bill that would earmark $650 million to continue building that wall.
I pledge that I am going to bring forward that bipartisan bill to further strengthen and secure our border. Yes, I am. And I'm going to work across the aisle to pass a comprehensive bill that deals with a broken immigration system. I think Jackson's question, part of it was to acknowledge that America has always had migration, but there needs to be a legal process for it. People have to earn it. And that's the point that I think is the most important point that can be made, which is we need a president who is grounded in common sense and practical outcomes. Like, let's just fix this thing. Let's just fix it. Why is there any ideological perspective on this? Let's just fix the problem.
To fix the problem, you're doing this compromise bill. It does call for $650 million that was earmarked under Trump to actually still go to build the wall.
I'm not afraid of good ideas where they occurred.
So you don't think it's stupid anymore?
I think what he did and how he did it did not make much sense, because he actually didn't do much of anything. I just talked about that wall, right? We just talked about it. He didn't actually do much of anything.
But you do want to build some wall.
I want to strengthen our border.
It's gotten so bad that the CNN panel decided to pile on. This isn't OAN, Newsmax, or Fox. This is CNN.
She focused a lot more on Donald Trump, I think it's fair to say, than she did on many specifics in terms of what she would do as president.
Well, I'll just tell you what I'm hearing from people who I have been talking to, and that is that if her goal was to close the deal, they're not sure she did that.
I think that the word salad stuff gets on my nerves. I think that some of the evasions are not necessary.
I think Anderson's asking her, well, why haven't you done it? You've been there for 4 years. Why have you done any of this? And the word salad answer she gave to that was just mind-boggling. I mean, it's blown up the internet, her answer to that question. The Wall Street Journal just came out with a poll while this was going on. She's losing altitude rapidly.
What she will do, the question about her legislative priorities, name one. There wasn't one.
Wow. Just wow. Do you want 4 more years of this, or do you want to go back to a thriving economy, a secure border, no new wars, international stability, and energy independence? You have a clear choice in front of you. Now go out and share this with everyone on your social media platforms. Especially share this with family and friends who might be undecided, and encourage them to vote. That's it for today. Please join the channel because it really helps the algorithm. Hit that like button, leave a comment, and share. Remember, everyone wakes up at their own pace, and you are not alone. It's our job to help and educate as many people as possible. God bless America, God bless this podcast, and God bless you. Stay frosty, my friends. Wow. Just wow.